Sorry for the delay, everybody. Some technical difficulties. Give me one more second, and we'll get started as soon as I get this whole system working. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry about this, guys. Thanks for dropping in on the stream. I'm just dealing with some technical difficulties. Give me give me some time. Man, I'm having the hardest time with this today for whatever reason. This is what happens when you have live streaming. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult. Hi, Steve. Uh, Steve, do you know the link to the live stream? I'm trying to find it and post it so people can see. Oh man, hold on. Let me check the Twitter. I think I posted it on my Twitter. Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, I think I finally got it. Let me. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can get it posted some places. Oh, this was not very well planned. Oh man, it's always something. Always something. How's everybody doing today? Um, funnily enough, one of the reasons I started this, I wanted it to get together with everybody because I want to see how everyone's doing. I want to see how everyone's coping with the situation and see how everyone is doing out there. So yeah, guys, please let me know how you guys are all feeling and how you guys are all doing. I really would appreciate finding out all about what's happening right now. Can't even type right now. All right, I'm gonna just post it on Facebook and then we'll get started. Sorry again for the delay, guys. I really wanted to get this thing going as quickly as possible, but as usual, so many technical difficulties, so many things happening today. Anyway, all right, let's uh, let's get started. Oh, geez. Okay, just gonna get rid of all the other things here. All right, and let's. Oh, I don't even have a mirror to check myself right now. Let's go live. Okay, that didn't work. Again, the technical difficulties today. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, guys. Just I'm gonna do something really quick because my camera decided to just die on me. Oh my gosh. This is the beauty of live YouTube, everybody. Live YouTube. Isn't it great? Okay, give me 1 second, everybody. Let me see if this will work. Just gonna do that. Do that. Okay, let's see if that worked. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, there we are. Okay, so what's going on here? How come the chat's not, what? Oh, come on, guys. What's going on with the chat? Oh, man. Everything is going wrong today. Okay, turn on the lights so I can see everything. So let's try and get, well, you know what? Let me say. Okay, so hey, Steve. You know, I think I screwed up today, Steve. I think you and I are going to be the only one in the chat, which is cool. I think that's going to be fine with me and you. We can do a whole live stream together. I'm pretty sure. You've been watching Star Trek Voyager for the last few months. Jerry Ryan. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what, Steve? Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Star Trek Voyager is not my favorite. It's not my It's not my favorite. It is. It's not my favorite Star Trek. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. My favorite Star Trek will always be as a lot of people favorite Star Trek is. My favorite Star Trek will always be what's it called? Star Trek TNG. That will always be my favorite Star Trek. I think that's by far. After that, I really enjoy the Star Trek TOS movies. I think that was really the age where everybody was starting to get together and really gelled well. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed those movies. They're some of my favorites. So yeah, that's not no, stop. That's basically where I am with Star Trek these days. But you know what? I did watch Voyager. I think Voyager is a great series. It's just, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Steve. Didn't it just become the Doctor in Seven show? Seriously, you love Jerry Ryan. I get it. I love Jerry Ryan too. She's amazing. But after a while, it literally just started becoming, um, you know, uh, the Doctor and Seven show. They literally were getting all of the Star Trek crew out of any situation that they could think of, right? And because of that, I just felt I don't know. I just felt it was not as interesting after a while, and I just kept thinking, this is kind of not what I signed up for. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I enjoy it for what it is, but at the same time, I think that I'll say this though. I didn't really enjoy DS9 all that much either. To be honest with you, I thought DS9 was it was fun, but at the same time, I think it could have been done better, in my opinion. That's what I have to say about that one for the most part. But yeah, Voyager, sure. Voyager's fun. It really is. What else do we have here? Image looks fine. Thank you. That's perfect. Thanks, Steve. You don't have to apologize. It's all good. You don't like TNG? Yeah, TOS. Okay, fine. TOS is I really appreciated the TOS series. I thought the TOS series, for what it was groundbreaking. It broke down cultural barriers. It broke down just science fiction in general. I think Gene Roddenberry really had a vision and was instrumental in bringing that kind of science fiction into the mainstream. I think it was a huge part of our culture, and I think that that's it resonates even today. So it's a very big it's a big deal. Absolutely. So yeah, that's yeah, it's funny how things work that way. Um, what's going on here? Properties. There it is. Let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna do that and say okay. And there we go. There's the. I finally figured it out. Okay. Well, Steve, I think it's just gonna be you and me. I think I should have thought this through and posted the link this morning, but just so many things happening today. I apologize. It's been quite the situation, as everybody knows. So what do we got here, Steve? I liked the characters Vilana, Chakotay, and Janeway. She was a good captain. Mm, so I agree with you for the most part that she was a good captain. Um, but she did make a whole bunch of decisions which, for good or for bad, endangered her crew. So there are a lot of things. The debate can rage on for how long, and what could have been in terms of like, I mean, they're trapped in the Delta Quadrant, right? And they're in the middle of nowhere. They have very few allies. So I get it. I understand you have to make the concessions. Um, you have to break your code once in a while, But she continues to say, that the prime directive is their absolute, mantra. But again, just like any other captain, sometimes you have to bend the rules, and she bent them well more than any other captain, I think, honestly. But in terms of her integrity, in terms of her commitment to saving her crew at all costs, yes, I can't fault that. I did find the most interesting episodes that I found in Voyager were the episodes where, although I hate temporal mechanics, I hate them with a passion. I think that those really allowed the stories to, expand and show a different side of the crew than you normally wouldn't have. And I think that those episodes are very very interesting, to say the least. Hey, Martin, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I was just telling Steve that I think it's just going to be the few of us here. I forgot in my ultimate wisdom to post the live stream link. So I think that we're gonna be kind of lonely in here. But you know what? I love that. I love having just a few people so that I can chat to properly, because honestly, it is it is crazy trying to chat. Like the last live stream I did was insane. It was nuts. Okay, so keeping an eye out for Alonian Pokemon at my end while I watch the live stream. what's Alolan or Alolan? Sorry, I'm not really a Pokemon aficionado. I don't know what that is. Alonian Pokemon at the end while I watch the live stream. Yeah, Martin, let me know what that is. Steve, TNG characters was not my favorite. Well, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I think the sensibilities. So at the beginning of the series, it was very much kind of like the Roddenberry era, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the Roddenberry era of the TNG. As he passed, it started becoming more scientific, more exploration, but less science fiction. So it became scientific, but it became less science fiction, and that was unfortunate because I really missed the science fiction portion of and fantasy portion of TNG. Um, so which characters were not your favorite? I know, like personally, I think Riker Riker can be a bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I think that he's a bit too heroic, a bit too tall, and can just seems a bit more of a superhero type of character, kind of at the end of it. I did like Worf. I thought Worf was an amazing character. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think that the Klingon exploration in TNG really paved the groundwork for what would become the Klingon lore going forward. I think that what they did with the Klingons was excellent. I don't know if you agree with me there. Steve, but I personally think that that's true. Janeway became reckless. It's true. Yes. Yeah. This is. I think everyone can agree on that. But as I one of the redeeming factors of that, just like anything else, she did it to save her crew, and she was a staunch um, believer in what she was doing. She tried her best to keep the Prime Directive in check, but I do understand. You're in the middle of nowhere. You're alone. You have no support. You have no allies. So you basically have to go about it however you can. And of course, it's first contact. Pretty much every single time they wander into a solar system. So yeah, it can be a very daunting task. So you have to defend yourself. You have to do things to defend your crew. I get it. So I don't fault her for the things she did, but you have to admit she did start to do some questionable things later during the series. I saw your panel at. Oh, thanks, Martin. Thanks for thanks for. So if anybody doesn't know, I did a panel at Anime North for their online their Momiji online experience, and I did one on Friday, which was a lot of fun. It was actually reviewing all the anime that I loved throughout the years from the '70s, '80s, and '90s. I made a lot of recommendations there. I thought it was a fun panel. I hope everyone else enjoyed it. Martin, I don't know. What did you think of the panel? I think maybe were you one of the guys who was chatting with me online? I didn't see your name, but I answered a few questions. I thought it was a lot of fun. Thanks for showing up. I also did another panel today. It was not none of this was live. This was all pre-recorded, and it was on Kappa. It literally was at one o'clock. So on why and for those of you who watch my channel regularly, Kappa is something I've brought up in the past. It's a very important topic for me personally, so I thought it was important to actually bring that up. Okay, so Steve, I loved Gravity. It was an exploration of Vulcan culture. It spotlighted his early rebellion against pure logic. I think I remember what you're talking about. I think I remember the episode. Are you talking about Spock, or are you talking about? I think you're talking about Spock, right? In TOS. Um, yes, I think I do recall the episode. Yeah, I mean, like Spock is of two worlds, so it's only natural that he has, unlike like most Vulcans, he has raging emotions, but he chooses to suppress them. Whereas with him, he's half human, so it's even doubly so. So the turmoil that exists inside Spock and every Vulcan really is something that they choose to take on. So it's very interesting. And outside of Ponfar, I think that that's something that every Vulcan has to face at least you know more than once in their life, and a continual struggle that happens all the time. So yeah, I think I think I enjoyed that episode if it's the episode I remember. But yeah, it was great. If not, if you're talking about Tuvok though, again, I'm not really 100% sure which episode you're talking about. Martin, different forms of Grimmers and Marwaks. I already have Alonian, Ricaris, and Meowth. Holy crap, man! Pokemon is not my thing. Martin, I think you and I are kind of the same age. Maybe plus and minus 5 years, maybe. I did not get into Pokemon when I was younger. I think by the time it hit the airwaves, I was already in my late teens, early 20s, when it became big. I think, no, maybe not. I think I was in college at the time when it really became big. Uh, so maybe high school, maybe end of high school, early college years. So I don't know. I just completely missed that wave. My Game Boy had died by that time, so actually I think it was stolen. So yeah, I never had the chance to play Pokemon the way everybody else has, which is unfortunate because I see the joy it's bringing everybody, and I see exactly what it's doing. So it is what it is though, right? I mean it is how things progress. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna check my YouTube channel because I'm concerned that the link is not showing. Can somebody check the link on YouTube my YouTube? See if it's actually showing up on on the front page because I am almost certain. Yep, it's not showing up on the front page. So just give me a second, everybody. I'm just gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and get this on the front page. Let's see if I can do that. What do you mean? I'm live now. Upcoming live streams live now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that'll work. So can I save that? No, I want the up. All right. Can everybody check if it's showing up now? I just want to get. I want to make sure everyone can see that I'm live. I'm just gonna check now. How come it's not? That's weird. It's not showing up. That sucks. Unlisted. What? Dell. Thanks, man. It's unlisted? That's not cool. Man, hold on for a second. Let me see if I can get that fixed. Can somebody check again? If anybody can see on the YouTube page, it's on the JPad page. Okay, good. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. So it's finally up, right? Okay, thank goodness, because that was, again, not that it's a big deal, but I was hoping to see how everybody was doing. You know what I mean? I didn't want to just have invited everybody and then nobody can show up. So, I just want to see. But anyway, guys, I do want to ask, how is everybody doing? How are you guys? It's not showing up. Martin, do me a favor. Can you see if it's on my front page? Because I can't see it. It's not there. You made your video live, but made it unlisted. I did? How do I saw your Facebook. How do I make it listed? Del, do you know how? Unlisted. How do I make it listed? That is so. I'm sorry, guys. This is terrible. Nobody can see my video. Nobody can see this live stream. Oh gosh. How do I make it listed? Why did it go unlisted? Okay, where are we here? Oh gosh, you're right. It's unlisted. Why would we do that? That is so strange. Okay, it should be listed now. Does it show up now? There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll continue because that's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, guys. Man, all these technical difficulties. This is really awful. Oh, hey Jason, how's it going, guys? I'm not going to be on the chat much because we're so far behind. I really want to just answer as communicate with everybody as much as possible. Really sorry that my link was unlisted. That was really scary, unfortunately. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, so I'm gonna try and do quick answers right now. Tom Paris got demoted and promoted while Harry. Everybody talks about that. Everybody knows that Harry Kim never got a promotion. He's been an ensign for the last almost 7 seasons and 8 seasons, whatever it was. What the hell, man? Like, you want to talk about leaving somebody behind? That was terrible. But yeah, Tom Paris got promoted and demoted. He's a family man, right? He needs the money, I guess. I don't know. You don't get paid in the future, so what's up with that? Exactly. Steven, my Picard, Riker, and Wesley. Patrick Stewart is a great actor is a great actor, but Patrick Stewart is more like a good professor in my undergraduate work. Yeah, exactly. So you didn't like those characters, or you did like I guess you didn't like those characters, eh? I think Patrick Stewart is an incredible actor. I've loved him ever since I saw him for the very first time in Dune, the movie. If anybody likes that movie, I love the first Dune movie. I don't know if anybody else likes it. I love it. I thought it was great fantasy and science fiction. Okay, so Martin, you forgot to mention Star Blazers at the panel. You know, Martin, it's just these things. I'm not trying to forget anime or anything like that. But come on, I had 30 minutes. I had 30 minutes to do a panel, and I'm flipping through Laserdisc. I'm trying to remember what history of anime is coming. Between Animego, between Streamline Pictures, between Social Park Media, AD Vision, U.S. renditions. I have to keep all this stuff in my head and try to trunk it into half an hour. That's a daunting task. I think I did okay. But yes, absolutely, I missed Star Blazers. My apologies. I did get Gatchaman in there. I'm pretty sure I got Gatchaman in there. All right. Thanks, Dell, for letting me know it was unlisted. Steven, I agree with Martin. This was a major malfunction. Paris did not like Paris's. I did not like Paris's demotion, and Harry should have been promoted. I totally agree. I think that Harry Kim, especially some of the initiatives that he put forward, some of the that helped them get further to home, should have entitled him to at least a lieutenant. He should have at least been a lieutenant by the end of the run. He was a bridge officer, so technically he had so many subordinates under him, which is kind of ridiculous. Because how are you an ensign and have subordinates under you? That's weird, right? But anyway, definitely he should have been promoted. Harry Kim, Voyager, crazy. Steven, thanks for letting me know it's on the page now. Dell, thanks again for letting me know it was unlisted. Martin, I accessed it during the link on the live stream announcement video. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. No problem. Saw it on Facebook. I can see it on the front page. You may have to start over. I may have to start over. Thanks, Dell. That's always a fun option, right? Martin, I found the live stream. I'm managing, but a lot of my friends are finding that they're more tired than usual. Yeah. So again, I asked a question earlier, guys. For those of you just joining us, how is everybody? I want to find out how all of you guys are doing. Please leave your comments in the chat. I want to find out how everyone's doing. Steve, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm sorry to hear that your friends are more tired than usual. I think all of us are a little bit worn out. I think that this event has really taken its toll on a lot of people. I think everyone just wants to get out and meet people and have coffee. I think that that's something that everyone wants to do, and it's terrible that we have to do that. Jason, hello again. I'm live. Thanks, Stell. Appreciate it. Jason's doing good. Jason, thank you again. Thanks for joining me on my Robotech collection video. That was awesome. Thanks for joining me there. Yeah, Dell, it's a good thing you tuned in. Dell, thanks again. Get some sleep. I know you had the late night. Thanks again. Steve, Patrick Stewart was great in Excalibur. Yes. Patrick Stewart is great in any movie. I think Patrick Stewart is great in any role that he takes. There's some instances, like in Family Guy, where I think he hams it up a lot, but I think that comes with the character that he's playing, right? I think he needs to be like that. Martin, is it just me, or do male humans who work in operations on Star Trek are more likely to get killed and less likely to get a girlfriend? Well, I mean, like, it's the old trope, right? It's the adage that in TOS, the red shirts, right? Those are the ones most likely to be killed, and I think that caused a huge controversy in TNG when the very first scene that you see the captain and he's wearing a red uniform. I think nearly every Star Trek fan died at that point. They're like, "Oh my God, Picard's destined to die in the first season," right? And it's kind of tongue in cheek when you find out later that Patrick Stewart was living in his suitcase because he didn't think the series was going to last more than a season. That was hilarious. I think that was really funny. So yeah, to answer the question, I don't know. The writers for Voyager, I think they had it out for Harry Kim. Poor guy. Yeah, he never got a girlfriend. The one time he almost got a girlfriend, she literally was snatched away from him because their biological, what was it again? Their biology didn't match. So he became, or did match, so she was slowly becoming entwined with her, or something like that. So they had to separate from each other, and then he couldn't. He ended up, there was a lot of pain that happened whenever they get separated, So he ended up choosing to keep the pain to remember her. It was really, really terrible for that guy. I can't help but feel sorry for Harry Kemp. Jason, any more Robotech collection, brother? You know we have. I mean, I could. We could just keep doing this entire stream with Robotech, but I don't really want to do that. But yeah, we're gonna talk more about Robotech. No worries, that is definitely something that's gonna happen by hook or by crook. Dell, thank you again for asking. Yeah, of course, dude. Anytime you need some help, Dell, we're here for you, brother. Thank you for your support. It really means a lot to me. Thank everybody out there for your support. You guys being here today and chatting with me, hanging out with me, means the world to me, guys. It's really something that, I feel that I never thought two people were going to watch this channel, and now all you guys are here and celebrating with me and, hanging out with me on this very odd situations that we find ourselves in. It's crazy. So I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me. Steve, writers told Garrett Wong that someone had to be the lowest rank when he complained. That is terrible. That is literally terrible. I mean, there were so many other instances. I mean, we had that whole episode where, there were a whole bunch of different ranks. You could actually see from the top of the ship all the way down to the bottom of the ship, and you saw the different ranks of officers. There are tons of lower level officers. You don't have to leave them as an ensign. I don't agree with that excuse at all. I'm really sorry about that. That's terrible. Hey, I see Jack. Jack, congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. I'm sorry I didn't text you congratulations, but everybody, Jack Buchanan, he has his own YouTube channel. Everybody check it out. He just reached 10,000 subscribers, a huge milestone for him. Jack, congratulations. Thank you for joining the stream. Really appreciate seeing you here, buddy. Okay, so Steven, I missed people, but I'm still drinking coffee. We all have to cope somehow, right, Steve? We have to cope. All right, what else do we have? Martin, I've been checking out the free Retro Crush app. There's a neat section of titles on it. Otaku no Video, Fushigi Yugi, Samurai Pizza Cats, and Cyber Sixer are in it from the start for a start. Yeah, Retro Crunch is interesting. They've been running a lot of different YouTube viral ads, and I really appreciate their stuff. Obviously, because it's right up my wheelhouse. It's right up your wheelhouse. Retro anime. The service looks good. I'm not. It's free for a while, I think, and I'm not sure. It's weird because their branding has it with Amazon, without Amazon. So it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure how they're doing it exactly. I think I'll look into it a little bit more. But yes, Retro Crush, very very interesting. Martin again, Anime Hell. They had the Women of Robotech doll commercial. That was fun. Is Anime Hell unedited, or do they do funny commentary in between? Because I've always heard of Anime Hell. I think it's a fun segment at Anime North, but I'm not sure if I ever stuck around for it. Steve, Harry had a really beautiful fiance, and they forgot about that. Yeah, that's really terrible, right? Seriously, I mean, I think they did mention her, just like they did with. Didn't they mention her when they finally got their letters? And wasn't it the same situation where, just like Janeway, she moved on because she thought they were dead? Same thing as her fiance. You can't expect them to stay around forever, right? I mean, unfortunately, when you're missing for the better part of a year, right? I think you're just declared lost, right? So, but did they not mention her again? I thought they would have mentioned her at least once. Okay. So Jason, I wish Garo Mark of the Wolves 2 would happen. I'd like to see Terry Bogard with a beard. I don't know. When you look at no, in the OEV he did not have a beard, right? He never grew a beard. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. I'm not sure if I think. You know what? I think I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Streets of Rage, because Streets of Rage. Not that you're thinking of that, but I think that you're equating Alex, the way he looks in Streets of Rage 3 with a beard, and maybe that would look good on Terry. I don't know. Is that what you're thinking, Jay? Because I wonder. Yeah, I think that might be interesting. I think it might be interesting to have Terry Bogard with a beard. I don't know. Maybe. All right, Steve. I think so too. Harry should be captain of the next series with Seven as his officer. Honestly, I would like to see Harry Kim come back, but right now the new Picard is a bit dark. Not just a bit dark; it is seriously dark, and I'm not sure I got into it. You know, I liked the episodes. I thought they were interesting, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure if I want to continue watching it. It's an interesting series, bar none, but I don't know. I don't know. I still have to reserve judgment. I mean, the resolution it was too quick for me. I think they were worried that they were running out of time, but they teased this whole virus thing. I guess if you want, like this android race, that this robotic race, whatever it was, and they looked like some sort of like electronic menace coming down instead of ships. It was weird. I did really appreciate the fact that Riker came to the rescue. I thought that was neat. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Jack, I'm just editing my next review, dude. You keep going, man. I really love your stuff, and congratulations again. Uh, you're doing Legend again? Didn't you just do Legend? I swear to God, You've been talking about Legend forever. Anyway, I want to see that again. That would be great. Um, the last unicorn one. I think what we have to do a collaboration. I want to do a take on my take on the last unicorn, and I want you to be in my video, Jack. That would be great. Steve, I thought I would recommend Raymond E. Feist's Rift War cycle. The first book is Magician Apprentice. Oh, okay. So everybody, that sounds like an interesting read. Raymond E. Feist's Rift War cycle, Magician Apprentice. Let's have a look, everybody. I think that sounds like an interesting read. If Steve's recommending it, it must be very interesting. They showed Harry's girl in one episode. Oh, okay, that's cool. Was it? I guess it's a flashback, right? Picard shows very different. The Federation and I do not like the way they handled Seven. I don't want to get too far into that rabbit hole. Um, there are a lot of things about it I just don't want to talk about. But I will say this. Um, I understand her motivations. I feel that she started regaining her humanity somewhere because she obviously felt that Isha was like her son, right? Sorry, spoilers, everybody. Jesus. But if anybody hasn't watched it, total spoiler stuff here. But anyway, I'm just gonna close it off. Um, I think that being a ranger as she is, it's sort of on the outskirts of the universe, frontier, if you will. I think it hardens somebody, and I think that Isha was her one companion out there who she really cared about. So, I don't want to spoil too much more about that. So, Steve, I think you know what I'm talking about. I think I know what you're talking about in terms of the way she was handled. So, I think I'm just gonna say I agree. How's that? Does that make sense? Okay, Jack. Sorry, I'm sniffing it. My allergies it's allergy season, guys. But don't worry, you guys are completely safe. You guys are not in the room with me. So, okay, so Jack, it was opening night, and it's BJFR around 40 minutes. Oh, okay, that's cool. Also acts as a sequel, and with the original cover music from my buddy in Florida. That's awesome, Jack. Looking forward to it. That'd be great. That sounds good. I do understand. So yeah, wow. So today's been a funny day. Uh, I spent a bit of time with a little bit about what I'm doing, guys. Now that I've caught up to everybody so far. Uh, I was able to visit my father. I visit him every weekend. Full mask, freaking, the whole get up thing. He's alone, so I have to help take care of him. I take turns with my brother, and we try our best to take care of him. Um, so I spent time with him. Lost track of time. Had to rush over here, set everything up, pretty much tripping over wires, the whole 9 yards. So I apologize for not getting the link out to everybody on time. So guys, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate everybody who's here. Um, I think it's been a crazy year. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, I've heard a little bit from a few of you. Um, the weather is gorgeous outside, and you know what? I find that nobody is outside. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people. When I do drive once in a while, I see a lot of families outside, which is great. I really do think that's a great thing. But you know, it's really unfortunate up here where I live. There's a park, and when everything first started happening, they taped it off with police tape, and then shortly thereafter, not shortly thereafter, I went there. I went back there about a month ago, and they literally had put up temporary fencing everywhere. And to me, that's just so disheartening. You know, to be able to see a playground which is fenced off, the park is completely open, but you know, that to me, it really hits me here in the chest. You know, I always feel like kids should be kids and they should be able to play together. I understand the dilemma we're stuck in, and I understand how difficult it can be. But I just feel that you know that to me is kind of heartbreaking, is what I'm trying to say. And ironically, the skate park on the other side, there's no fencing there. That's just me. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not trying to say that either way is better. I'm just saying that it really is heartbreaking in a lot of ways. Um, okay, so Jack, no, Steven, sounds good. I do understand. I just watched the original 1981 Clash of the Titans. Dude, Clash of the Titans is amazing. Jack, chime in here, man. Clash of the Titans, come on. That is one of the greatest stop motion, along with King Kong, Jack. Come on. One of the greatest stop motion, one of the greatest stop motion epics ever. Harry Hughausen, great film. Awesome. Uh, Man, funnily enough, I watched it a month ago. It was on Netflix, I think, or on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I just threw it up there. I was watching it. I was having a grand old time. Watching all the stop motion animation, I love that stuff. It looks so cheesy by today's standards, but in some ways, it just looks so authentic. I really do love it. The scorpions, I thought in the movie were just top notch. I thought those things were look real back then. I still think they sort of look real today. Um, Stephen Harris, family comes first. Yes, my friend, family does come first, and you know, um, for my father, you know, and for all of our families, um, take the right precautions. Everybody, do whatever you need to, but go visit your family. Okay, that's something I will champion till the end of the time. You know, whether it has to be a hazmat suit or it has to be anything, as long as you can, you know, be there for them, be there for them. Stephen, when the weather is good, the best relief was what we have is walking our dog. That's so awesome, man. You know, yeah, it's great to have animal companions. They really bring us so much joy. So yeah, that's awesome. Jack, that is my next topic after Legend. That's right. Clash of the Titans. Jack, invite me. Invite me. We will do a chat together. I have so much to talk about in terms of Clash of the Titans. We will literally go on for 2 hours. Stephen Harris, Netflix. See, but the funny thing about that, Steve, is Netflix in America and Netflix in Canada, they're very different, right? So, I mean, I'll check if it's Netflix, but it probably is. But for whatever reason, I'm thinking it was on Amazon for us. Weird. Amazon Prime. Jack Buchanan. I'm reviewing 1 Million Years BC. Oh, great film. That is a great film. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Was that Harry Hughausen? I think it was, right? I believe it was Harry Hughausen. It was one of his earlier films, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Jack, you tell me. Obviously, I'm gonna have to watch that video. Hey, Jason, giving Jack a shout out. That's awesome. Let loose the Kraken. Yes. You know what? The remake in what was it? 2012, 2013 with God. Um, yeah, they did a remake too. They made Clash of the Titans, and they made Titans Clash of Titans 1 and 2. I think that I liked it. I thought it was good, but there's still just something about the classic Clash of Titans from 1981, which you just can't beat. Seriously, so great. What do we got here? Just use Express VPN. Um, do we have to, Jack? Can't we just get on Skype? I think that they're pretty secure. But yeah, sure. I mean, we'll figure something out. If you have a VPN, that'd be great. For the US, it was Netflix. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. It's my favorite film that he did, and one of my favorite dinosaur movies. Absolutely. So Harry, for those of you who don't know, Harry Hughausen was a stop motion animation genius. He brought a lot of different films to the silver screen. Clash of the Titans, 1 million years BC, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he did Sinbad and the Seven Seas. Jack, help me out here. Uh, yeah, just a ton of great stop motion films. I don't believe he was involved with King Kong. Was he? Was the original King Kong Harry Hughausen? Jack, help me out here. You're the expert. Um, Jason, uh, ExpressVPN, how to use it? I don't know. You should reach out to Jack. I think he knows how to use it. Oh, how I use it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. ExpressVPN. All right. Everybody seems to be recommending it, so that'd be cool. The remake was okay. The sequel was Wrath of the Titans. There you go. Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans. How original. Jeez Louise. Um, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good film. Steven, Jason and the Argonauts. Was Jason and the Argonauts a Harry Hughes film? It probably was. It wouldn't surprise me. Jack, when the Clash remake came out, Harry Housen was okay, but petitioned to have his mentor Willis O'Brien Dream Project War Eagles made. Oh, okay, that's very interesting. Cool. Um, Harry was inspired by King Kong. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I knew that I was thinking that King Kong is way too early for Harry, right? Like he was probably a young man when or maybe even a teenager when King Kong came out. But King Kong was groundbreaking in and of itself, right, Jack? It was just crazy. Willis O'Brien did King Kong. Here's the answer. Willis O'Brien did King Kong, and Harry Hughhausen's first gig was on the original Mighty Joe Young. Correct. Exactly. You know, just right from the horse's mouth. Jack knows exactly what the deal is. He's a very popular YouTuber and one of the biggest King Kong fans and Godzilla fans I know. So always great to have Jack, chime in. Um, Jason was one of Harry's movies. He worked on Mighty Joe Young with Willis O'Brien. You guys are literally toe to toe on that. He did Sinbad, Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, and 1 Million, Gojanki, and more. Uh, Guanji. Yeah, the guy was a legend. Honestly, like I remember watching his films as a kid. Always made my eyes pop wide open. Um, a lot of people, don't appreciate stop motion anymore. A lot of people, especially because of the age of CGI, which is why I really appreciated the Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings so much. Uh, the fact that he used real miniatures and sets which are physical, and okay, part of that had to do with budget. I get it. But at the same time, when you see the cinematography that's used, the very same techniques that were used by Harry Hughausen and the pioneers before him, you really have to respect that kind of attention to detail. The fact that some of these miniatures or bigatures, as they call them, were like 50 feet high. You know what I mean? And so that the camera could actually capture all that rich detail, just epic. I really did appreciate that the Lord of the Rings exhibition when it first came out here in 1999. I was able to have a walkthrough of Casa Loma here in Ontario, and we actually were able to see a lot of the Weta Workshop exhibits, and a lot of the costume making, a lot of the armor making, some of the swords, a lot of the costume design, and a very few pieces of miniatures that survived the initial shooting. I was really fortunate enough to have seen all that, and I really appreciate that they came here to Toronto, showed off what they were doing around the time, and me and my friend Sophia at the time, we had a blast going through all that. Okay, Guanji is cowboys versus dinosaurs. Enough said. Always so much fun. In one of the Sinbad films, had Tom Baker as the main villain. Oh, that's interesting. That's that's great. Jackson is okay. So Jackson is a huge Kong Harryhausen fan for obvious reasons, right? He did the sequel. He did the remake of King Kong. That was the third. Was it the third to film? Jack, help me out. I'm not sure if it was the third to film or not. He owns a lot of the film franchise, including one of the original Kong puppets and the raptors from Jurassic Park 3. That is so awesome. That is so great. Steven, the people that were inspired by Harry Harryhausen worked on the original Star Wars, which led to Industrial Light and Magic. Everything is cyclical, right? What goes around comes around. People are inspired by other people who are pioneers and bring new techniques and radical ideas to filmmaking. It's amazing how people who introduce new ideas are often ridiculed and shunned, but then when it actually works and people accept it, it just becomes a worldwide phenomenon. It's crazy. Um, Jason, Pac-Man's 40th anniversary. Holy cow! That's true, eh? 40 years, eh? Holy cow! Wow. Who would have thought that Namco, right, a company from Japan, would have developed a game which, for up to this day, people are still playing and still loving. Um, you know, it was literally it was the Space Invaders of its day, and now Street Fighter is the Pac-Man of its day. That's what people keep saying, right? And I think that as far as the arcades is where it'll end, right? Because there really won't be another arcade phenomenon ever, especially now with the climate we have right now. Just crazy. But yeah, 40th anniversary. Waka 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 waka. Awesome. Jack, the second remake, the 2005 film was the first. The first was in 1976, which I put tied with the original as my favorite film. Awesome. Uh, was the 1976 one? Was that the one that Universal Pictures sued Nintendo over? Was that the one that am I correct in saying that? I'm just like rummaging through my head. I love the arcades in the 80s and not Steve, who didn't? We who what kids, younger people today. Sorry, I keep saying kids, and I apologize for that. Younger people today, I don't think will ever appreciate truly what it was to have an arcade experience. I think that's I think that's something that people will just not like younger people today will not be able to appreciate. I think that's just absolutely true. I think that no one's ever going to understand what it's like to walk into a mall or and see an arcade cabinet and just pop in a quarter, or even there's a lineup at the arcade machine. You take your quarter, you put it on the glass, the plexiglass, and it's basically your turn in line, right? I don't think anybody will ever truly appreciate that. The sounds of the huge arcade booming sounds, and then just being able to challenge a person or co-op with a person to beat a character for 5-10 minutes at a time, and just have that mini camaraderie in that short amount of time, or that mini rivalry in that short amount of time. I don't think anybody will really any of the younger folks out there will be able to appreciate that anymore. I think that the last bastion of that is gone. I think that online experiences, there's really, what, forgive me for this term, but does anybody agree with me that arcades were like gambling for kids? You would pop in your quarter, try your best, your skill to actually beat a level in a certain amount of time, or last right now. So I don't know. I'm just bringing it up. I don't know if it is. Martin, I have all the Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man animated episodes on DVD. I never realized Lorenzo Music was the first voice of Garfield, as was Super Pac. I loved the Supercade. I love the Supercade cartoons with Pac-Man. What was it? Pole Position. Um, wasn't Jungle Hunt there or something like that? Like just a whole bunch of different cartoons based on animations, which really had nothing to do with the video games. It was hilarious. Loved all that stuff. Martin, how do you hold on? Martin, do you have any of the Force 5 series? If you have any of the Force 5 series in any format, dude, we have to connect again, or we have to like put on hazmat suits so I can
I can reconnect with you on to get that stuff. If you know anybody who has any sort of connection with Jim Terry, Martin, help me. I gotta find Jim Terry. I gotta figure out how to get the Force 5 episodes back. The dubs, I really need those because I was able to get my hands on the Japanese dubs, subtitled, but I really, 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 really want the Force 5 dubbed cartoon from the 1979. I need it. If anybody doesn't know, I'm really obsessed with Force 5. Uh, anyway, um, Jack, I'm doing a co-review of King Kong Lives with the Media Hunter in a few weeks. That's awesome. The '76 remake was Paramount, but the Universal eventually got the full rights in 1980. Got you. So King Kong, man, jeez. The original Street Fighter with controls that had to, you had to, there were literally two buttons, and the harder you smack those things, the I need some water. The harder you smack those things, the harder your strong punch, your medium punch, and yeah, that cost a lot of money for arcade owners there. And you know what? That actually broke a few wrists. I'm pretty sure. And then you had the punks in like my area who, when they got pissed off, they would kick the controller, the joystick, and then nobody could play. Bunch of dicks. Sorry, excuse me, but seriously, I hated those guys. Um, Jack. Hence why they created two old Kongs rides at Universal. Hence why they created two old rides at Universal Studios in the 80s and 90s. Yep, Universal pretty much had the lockdown on that, 100%. Steve, yes, gambling for kids. Steve, seriously, we lived that, right? We seriously lived that. It was like crack. It was like I would literally be like, I would take that 20. I would take a $5 bill, go to the change machine in the corner, and ding 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 ding. God, I love that sound. That was so great. It was like winning. It was like winning the lottery. Again, gambling for kids. Martin, I remember one year at the X. A hall was filled with nothing but Tron arcade machines. Oh, that probably was when. What was that? 1983, 1984. They probably had Tron was just came out, right? And oh god, sorry, allergies. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so that would be great. I love the Tron arcade machine. Um, I love Deadly Discs. The way, do you remember Deadly Discs? It had it had this enclosure. It was literally you stepped into the enclosure. It was so dark, and it was basically you in Tron. It was such a great experience. I loved that. That was so great. Um, okay, so what we got here? La, 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 la. Martin, I have some in my archives regarding Force 5. Martin, man, hold on to them. Hold on to them for me. You've got to hold on to those. To those. You've got to go hold on to those things for me. I've got to get my hands on them. Oh my god, I got to get my hands on those things. What's going on here? Sorry, I'm just checking really quick. Okay. What do we got here? Force 5 is great, but I think there are real problems with the rights. Yeah, tons of problems. First of all, there's even a dispute that Jim Terry didn't even have the right to bring him over here, which is really odd. But it would also explain why they never got more into syndication. So many people have no idea what Force 5 is. I think only a handful of people really realize what was going on there. Um, yeah, I've been trying to track down Jim Terry for years. I would love to have an interview with him. Love to talk to him about what possessed him to bring over this great series, and ask him if he really understands the impact it had on North American audiences here. I believe that there was some sort of deal with Marvel Comics because Shogun Warriors was produced, and I think legally, and then the Shogun Warrior toys came out, right? So there was something about it. I mean, like it was a great series from what I can remember. Freaking amazing. Jack, the best arcade machine, in my humble opinion, was Jurassic Park, the rail shooter in 1994. I agree with you. Wasn't that where you had to sit down in a cabinet and you had the autogun, and you could just keep shooting like that, or was it just one of those stationary rifle guns? Yeah, it was fun. I remember looking back at it now though, in my head, I remember the the graphics were kind of chunky. It was a Naomi product, I think, and yeah, it was basically Dreamcast graphics. But I think that the experience was there, 100%. I think you're absolutely right. Great arcade machine. Tron was incredible. Effects for its time, Steven. For the game, yes, 100%. I think that it really did break a lot of even the movie as well. I think that it was groundbreaking. I think that the bringing computer graphics into movies as well. I think it was literally pioneering. No one had ever done it, and of course it was Disney who did it. And I don't was it a success? I think it was a little bit of a underperformer for Disney. But then again, you know what? I think it was still somewhat marketed towards kids to a bit, so I don't think they were expecting blockbuster levels. So it is what it is. I think. Deadly Disc was cool. Yes, Deadly Disc was freaking awesome. I was terrible at it, but I pumped so many quarters into that game. It was ridiculous. Martin, remember when Cliffhanger? Remember the Cliffhanger Laserdisc arcade game used Lupin 3 footage? What? What? Cliffhanger. Martin, you got me, man. I'm gonna have to look that up. Holy crap! Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. That's crazy. I did not know that. Jack says yes. All right, Jack, you got better memory than I do. Steve, the show was listed on TV Guide as at the same time as Shogun Warriors. Not. Oh, okay. So Force 5, it was listed as Shogun Warrior. That's interesting. Why would they do that? That's odd. Maybe because of the brand. Maybe because of the branding. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's great. I think that's a great. Yeah, I think that's great. But again, that would also confuse the market, right? Interesting. Yeah, very odd. Well, I really appreciate that. Other than Space Cateers and Star Vengers, I appreciated that Jim left the three titles of the series: Guy King, Vanguard Ace, and Grandizer. I believe I'm very grateful that he left those three names intact, because again, those are names which kind of mean nothing to us here in North America. But I think his decision to rename Getter Robo G into Star Vengers, I think that was a good choice. I don't think kids really would have understood what Getter Robo uh, meant, and I think that it's not a catchy enough name for audiences. I also think that Sayuki, Journey to the West, um, uh, Star Zinger. Yeah, I think that would have been very much confused if he hadn't renamed it Space Cateers. And I think it was also very clever, if not borderline plagiarism, that he did rename them Space Cateers in homage to the Three Musketeers, who were obviously Porcos, uh, uh, Eremos, and D'Artagnan, or Jesse Dart. So yeah, very interesting homages in those lines. Um, yeah. So guys, I hope everyone has been keeping safe, and I hope everyone has been doing well. You know, visiting my folks when I can. It really has helped me appreciate how much we need people, and how the people who are important to us in life. We really have to connect with them and make sure that they're okay. Um, it's funny because you spend a better part of your life trying to be independent, and showing your parents that you can survive on your own. And then we have situations like this where the world is literally upside down, and you are without physical contact with the people who care about for extended periods of time. So, you know, I think for me it's important that everyone reach out to to their loved ones and people they care about, and you know, even if it's on the phone and it's the only way you can, or virtually on chat or whatever. You know, I think it really is important that everyone out there reach out and like the old AT&T commercial said, just reach out and touch someone, right? Um, if every you know, as the lockdowns start to subside and as things start getting back to normal, um, it really is these situations where, in my opinion, anyway, we have to start remembering and be thankful for everything that we have. Um, so yeah, guys, I wanted to put out this live stream and reconnect with all of you guys and see how everybody out there was doing. Thank you very much for joining me today. Uh, you guys, your support means the world to me. Uh, you know, especially during these tough times where we really have such a hard time connecting often for this crazy time that we're living in right now. But you know, I'm glad everyone out there is doing safe. I'm glad keeping safe and doing well. I'm really glad that everybody out there has come to join me and you know supports me in the way you guys can and the way you guys are able to. Guys, this really does mean the world to me that you guys would even take 5 minutes out of your day to come and hang out with me and spend some time. It's again, as I always say, I couldn't imagine like 5 people coming to watch my channel, and it really means so much that everybody out there is doing well, staying safe, and you know is in good spirits. I hope everybody out there is able to visit their loved ones at some point this year. I have relatives in the States who I can't visit it. I had planned to go visit my cousin in Ohio. Um, he's a doctor and he's on the front lines, helping to fight the fight. And you know what? My love goes out to him. I really hope that he's doing safe. I see his posts on Facebook every day, and I know that he's one of those heroes who's doing it. Him and his wife. They're both on the front lines. They're both fighting so hard to fight this epidemic, and you know it really means the world to me that he's out there risking everything, you know, to keep people safe. So you know, if you guys, you know, if you ever have a chance and you ever see a frontline worker, make sure to let them know that they're doing a great job, and that you know we appreciate them. Yeah, it's just what it is. Um, the show. Okay, so sorry, I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to get too emotional there. It's just, you know, we are all just having such a hard time. I think all of us are having an interesting time during this crazy time that we're here. So I wanted to make sure that everybody out here is safe and is doing well. I didn't want this to be a downer. I wanted everybody to know that, you know, I care about everybody who's out there. I want you guys to know that this is like you're not alone. Things are gonna get better. We're we just have to do what we can, you know, like which is why this live stream is important to me, because I want to find out how you guys are doing. You know, is everybody doing okay? And you know, I'm glad that all the responses have been mostly positive, and you know, I'm glad that everyone's doing fine. I know that it can be kind of quiet out there. You know, people can get really tired and everyone's fed up. But you know what? There's more to do. I've got a lot of videos coming soon about some stuff that I've picked up in the mail, stuff that's come in for me. I'm really excited about some of the videos that I've got coming up. Um, you know, I'm very very excited about some new stuff that I'm working on. Jack is working on some great stuff. He just reached 10,000 subscribers. Guys, please check out his channel. It's really amazing. I'm gonna go through a few questions here. Um, where we are. What we got? Okay. Oh, Grandizer 12. Hey, how's it going, Grandizer? Oh, awesome to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. I'm sorry I didn't post the link on time, and for whatever reason, it was not listed on YouTube. So that's probably my fault. Steve, thank you, sir. Steve, you are awesome. One day, we really have to meet up. All of your letters, I really appreciate them. Thank you again for the birthday wishes way back when. That was so great. Graduate 12. Oh, okay. Oh wow, you started 66 minutes ago. It said noon where I was. Where I was. That sucks. Hope all is Jay. Hope all is good, Jay. I'm catching up on Ulysses 31. Wow, Ulysses, man, Ulysses is what an interesting series. A retelling of the story of Ulysses, set in space. Very interesting. Love the theme song. As soon as I heard that theme song, it was pardon me, it was great. Steve, your cousin and his wife are very brave. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. They are. Being a frontline worker, a doctor, and an ER doctor as well. They do what they can, and they try to protect everybody, and they turn no one away, and they are risking everything to keep everybody safe. King Cobra, hey, hi King Cobra, great to see you. Welcome to the chat. Grandizer 12, I like Downer. We have to endure and adapt. This will pass. I am fed up that I can't have enough time to watch all anime. No, it was on YouTube. Not your fault. Okay, thanks. I meant, what anime are you watching, and what? No. What anime are you watching that you wanted to retake a look at? Huh. That's interesting. You know what's always stuck in my head, and I really should look at it again, is Armageddon. I remember watching Armageddon in 1993, 1994, and I remember the hype surrounding this anime was huge. The Japanese commercials that were coming out at the time saying it was the science fiction epic of all time and all this other stuff. And I remember thinking to myself, this is going to be great. And then when I finally got my hands on it, I watched it beginning to end. I think it was a 90 minute movie. And I remember thinking to myself, man, that was terrible. So I really want to take a look at Armageddon again. Because, yeah, I don't know. There was something about this giant robot, working to save mankind, all this time traveling, blah. I don't know. It did not leave a good impression on me when I was younger. So now that I'm a little bit older, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should take a look at Armageddon again and see that series. Has anybody else taken a look at Armageddon? I'm not sure if it's obscure anymore, but at the time they were hyping it up to be the science fiction movie anime of all time. So for me, I don't know. I was a little disappointed. Steve, you're very welcome. Hopefully, we can meet up at the Anime Boston Con sometime after the pandemic. Once this is all over, I fully plan on doing some traveling. I fully plan on perhaps visiting Boston. I would love to. It's only a few hours away. I've gone all the way as far as San Diego, so why can't I visit Boston, right? I would love to get a table there. I would love to, meet a lot of fans and try to meet other anime fans in general and just like converse and talk more about the stuff that I love. King Cobra, I'm excited for the HasLab Pulse Unicron, dude. So am I. I am totally, hugely excited for that. Fun fact, and I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. I ordered the KO of the Unicron, and I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews about it. I want to see for myself exactly what it is, and I have this funny little thing. I would love to see the two different Unicrons together because I think that the KO Unicron, the Cell 01, I think that it looks very much like the cartoon, but I think that its planet mode is actually a little bit lacking, and I think that the HasLab, oh my god, that thing's gigantic. I was there, right? I was there. I saw it in person. If anybody watches the San Diego Comic Con recaps that I did this week, watch the very first preview day. The thing is gigantic. It literally is a small child. It is like 27, 28 inches. It's huge. It's it's going to be amazing with that. And the planet mode is perfect. If you actually look at the planet mode, it's just incredible. I can't believe what they were able to accomplish with that thing. Incredible. Very excited to see it. Very excited to see what's happening. I don't know when the KO is going to show up because they've held it. because of the pandemic thing. I don't know. I'm hoping to see it sometime this year. So I will report on it though. Once it happens, you guys will know. Um, Grand Desert 12. I hate it. I hate that when it happens. Sorry. I hate that when it happens when people boast about a show, then it sucks. Exactly. I felt the same way about Life on Mars UK version. Sorry, non-anime. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. Um, but at the same time, I was young. Uh, I think everyone goes through their phases of anime. I think when I was young, I was really into the ultra violence, and I was into the romance comedies, and I was into slapstick a lot. And you know, I still love dramas. Wind of Amnesia is one of my favorite animes. Same thing with Windaria, which is right over there. Um, Akira is still, again, Akira was like a beautiful mix of everything. But I don't know, there was something about Harmageddon that just sort of, at the time, I didn't appreciate it. So, looking at it now, I mean, The Wings of Oniames, I mean, like, I struggled to get through that movie the first time I watched it, but as I got older, I really started to appreciate it more and more. The the scene, well, that infamous scene that everyone sort of gets a little bit weird about. You have to you have to really deconstruct that one. I mean, what happened? What was going through his head when he decided to, make those advances? You know what I mean? Like it's weird. If anybody hasn't seen Wings of Oniamis, go watch it. I think it's a classic anime film by Gainax. I think that everyone should watch it at least once. It is, as I said, when I tried to watch it the first time, it was a struggle. But as I get older and I watch it again and again, I really do realize what Amino was. Sorry, Amino. What the director was really thinking, and his reasoning at the time for doing it. Has anybody noticed that space anime is no longer really a thing other than Gundam? There was a huge push for science fiction anime in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the flavor for it just dropped off, and it's unfortunate because I really did think that space anime really was something. I think Tenchi Muyo and their spin-off series, I really do love those space dramas and stuff like that. I really do love it. It's crazy. Okay. So King Cobra, have you ever thought about reviewing the Predator toys? Huh. I love Predator as a franchise. Uh, I really love Predator One. I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, bar none. So Predator One is definitely one of my favorites. Um, I love Predator Two as a kid. I remember I drew posters of it. By the way, I have allergies, so I'm sniffling all over the place. Um, I just have never had the inkling of collecting the toys. Now that NECA's got a good handle on it, I'm seeing some really good designs. I'm actually a little bit more excited for their Aliens line. I love I love the big mover that Ripley controls. I've always loved the Xenomorph designs. I've always loved that thing. I really I was kind of disappointed with Aliens vs Predator, but the first one was pretty good. A lot of people bashed the hell of it, but I didn't mind the first one. The first one I thought was kind of neat. But yes, if I ever get a chance to review the Predator NECA figures, if that's what you're talking about, King Cobra, I would definitely like to take a look at those and review them there. Some of them are really cool. I am not really into translucent stealth plastic. I don't know. There's just something about it that bugs me because you can see it, but you can't see it. I don't know. My head works a little bit strange that way. But when it comes to my toy collecting, you're not going to see very many translucent toys, unless they are supposed to be translucent, like a ghost apparition or something like that. I don't know. That's just the kind of thing that I don't know. That's just me. Grand Desert 12. What animes to you have aged well as time goes on? Ha ha ha. Let me. You know what? Shoot, we're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be here a while. I think that Battle Angel. I think Gundam Battle Angel. I think obvious for obvious reasons that still looks amazing. Record of Lotus War. I think that looks amazing. I think it's aged really really well. Um, Macross. I think that Robotech. I just did. I think it still holds up very well. You can anyone who's interested, you can catch the entire Macross series, the Robotech series, on Amazon in here in Canada. I don't think it's available on Netflix. In the States, it might be different. You guys can check your local listings. But yeah, I think now guilty. Not so something like guilty pleasure. No, not really. I love this shit. I love the series. Bubblegum Crisis will never get old for me. But that is my absolute favorite anime series of all time. So that's something that I think, for me again, that's just personal bias. That's something that I think is something I will never really um, be able to say is not a good anime. Uh, I think Ranma One Half has aged a little bit. Honestly, I think it has. Gundam, Gundam is actually very very good still to this day. Um, what other? You know what? Let me just take a quick look. I'm gonna cheat here a little bit. Oh God, I love the original Devilman OVAs. They are some of my favorite OVAs, and I still think they hold really well today. The storytelling, the animation, the design, I think it's still great. What else we got? You know what? Honestly, Urusei Yatsura to me is a classic. I don't think it's ever gonna change. I think that the movies really surpassed the movies and OAVs are really the ones you want to watch if you want. Even if you just getting into it, just watch them. They're so self-contained, and really you can get into them pretty quickly. The one movie you really have to watch from Urusei Yatsura is Beautiful Dreamer. If you ever watched Inception and thought it was a great movie, watch Beautiful Dreamer because that's 90% of what they thought of and came out of that. Mamoru Oshii's masterpieces, that's one of them. Trust me, it's really great. Ghost in the Shell, Akira, great stuff. Those things will never. Those are literally classic anime. They will never actually, fade from existence. Um, uh, Ninja Scroll is another one which is aged really really well. Then again, all Madhouse stuff, Midnight Goku, uh, uh, Cyber City Oedo 808, Demon City Shinjuku, Wicked City, all those great Madhouse films. I don't think they'll ever go out of style. Great animation, great style, great direction. Slam Dunk. You know what? Honestly, they got to bring Slam Dunk back. I am not much into sports anime, but Slam Dunk, I could not stop watching that anime. It was ridiculous. If you guys haven't watched Slam Dunk, go and watch it. It is not what you expect. It is, in a lot of ways, it's Street Fighter meets the Chicago Bulls meets Japanese culture. It is ridiculous. You should go watch Slam Dunk. Tenshi Muyo. Tenshi Muyo is another one of my all-time favorite animes. Um, Again, I could be here forever. Grand Desert 12. That movie. that question. Oh my God, I could talk forever. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Hit me up. We'll talk more about it. Absolutely. What else we got here? Where are we? Okay, Steven, I was very pleased to find out that the hyped series Witcher was actually very good. So sometimes the material lives up to the anticipation. You know what? I really like Witcher. I only have one problem with that series and one problem only. If you are a video game fan and you played The Witcher 3, of course you're gonna love the Witcher series. 100%, bar none, it's gonna happen. You probably also went back, picked up Witcher 2, realized it wasn't graphically as good, but actually had a really great story, and you probably went back and even possibly tried to watch some of the Let's Plays of Witcher 1, and were probably cringing, but at the same time were able to pick up most of the story. My problem with the Witcher series, which I loved, by the way, I love the animated the live action series. Henry Cavill was great. I thought he was amazing. His choreography was done well. Great acting, great sets, lots of money put in there. The storytelling was amazing. It was all great. My one problem with the series is their inability to put subtitles telling you what freaking timeline you're looking at. I don't know if it was 20 years ago. I don't know if it was 100 years ago. I don't know if it was today. I was literally getting at the first 3 episodes. I was completely confused. I had no idea. I mean, you could tell by what they were trying to accomplish, what they were trying to do. But at the same time, as somebody who's just coming into the series, it it might not have clicked. You could have lost somebody in the shuffle easily. It was just one of those things. I was literally looking at this thing. I'm like, holy cow! If I didn't know what was going on, if I didn't know what a Bruxa was, if I didn't know what a white devil was, if I didn't know what half the things that they were talking about were, I might have literally turned it off. But the direction, the characters, the casting, great stuff. Loved it. So I'm hoping, and I believe it has been greenlit for a second season. I believe it has. So looking forward to that. Great stuff. Um, okay, Steve. I miss space-based anime on TV series. Yeah, I really do too. I think they should start bringing it back. Steven, I liked the first Aliens versus Predator movie. So did I. Loved it. Grandizer. It was the 10th year anniversary of the movie Predators. Did you like the movie? So hold on. Predators. Is that the one where we have like so many different human beings transported onto a single planet, and they all have to fight for their lives against the predator alien race? And then we have like yakuza, we have hitmen, we have serial killers, la 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 la. Is that the movie you're talking about? Because I liked it to a certain degree. Or are you talking about Predator? As in, because the original Predator, I think, is much older than that, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Predators, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Allergies again, guys. You don't have to wipe down. Don't take any alcohol to your screens. It's okay. It's just allergies, right? I enjoyed Predators. I thought it was a good film. I thought the acting was great. I thought the storytelling was off and on. I thought the reveals and some of the twists were interesting. I did like that final unique twist at the end, where some people show their true colors. I thought that was very, very neat. I also enjoyed the character development. The main character realizing that he's more than the sum of his parts, kind of thing, right? But at the same time, also coming to terms with his own nature. So yeah, I did enjoy Predators. I thought it was a good movie. Um, yeah, but if it's Predator, the movie that you're talking, I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, so yeah, of course. That's all I gotta say about that. Stephen Harris, Record of Lotus War, awesome. The first Bubblegum Crisis, awesome. I know people who hate Rocky, but you love Claymore, awesome. I would like to recommend again Violet Evergarden. I keep seeing it. Steve, I'm going to watch it one day. I really will. I keep seeing all these clips online. It looks beautiful. The animation looks top notch, and I thought it was just some sort of made anime. But then I see some like crazy freaking clips. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna have a look at that for sure. Thanks, Steven. Cool. I will check it out. Absolutely, Grid Desert 12. Steven's recommendation of The Witcher. Definitely check it out. Anastasia, Anastasia, the last one, okay, the last one. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Anastasia. Good to see you. Thank you for everything, by the way. I appreciate everything. Thank you, Steven. Yes, the time skip was not a great idea. I watched them out of sequence, but by accident, and it helped. I started with episode 2 or 3. Yeah, see what I mean? Like it's almost like you don't need to actually watch it in chronological order, but there is that overlying arc, right? The Siri arc, which continues to keep moving along, which was good. But at the same time, it was hard, a little hard to follow, um, at times. But I still loved it. Grand Desert 12. Jay, do you do a review of Pat Labar? Shit, Pat Labar. How did I miss Pat Labar? Yes, Pat Labar. I will definitely do uh, uh, um, a review of Pat Labar. What was her name again? Akimi Koda? Anyway, love the character designs, love the animation. Mamoru Oshii at his best, very much like Yurasi Yatsura in a lot of ways. So yes, I love Patlabar. Great stuff. One day I will do a review. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, I am starting a new anime channel specifically because I think that it it's better for everybody to be able to watch nothing but my anime episodes on one channel. I think it'll help everybody and catch everybody up for a lot of the things that I've done in the past. So I hope you guys will be able to do that. You can I'll put it up on my website, my Twitter, and my social media so that everybody knows where that is. Um, Steve, thank you, Gruntizer 12. I think you will like it. You guys, absolutely. The Witcher, top notch. Uh, Gruntizer 12. Yes, the Paddler Bar with the Predators with Adrian Brody and Lawrence. Oh, okay, is that what you're talking about, Anastasia? The last one? Yeah, Adrian Brody, Lawrence Fishburne. The one you're talking about was done with the people on the planet. Yes, great film. Oh, it depends on who you are, but I liked it. I did enjoy it. I like the twists. I like the action. I did appreciate the Predators movie. Yes, so I think it's a lot of fun. Martin, I have found my Force 5 archives. Yes! Yes, you found your Force 5 archives. Yes, Martin. 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 we, we, Martin. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how we're. Martin, I don't know how we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna do this, Martin. But Martin, we have to. We have to meet up somehow, Martin. I don't know how we're. Let's meet at a coffee shop. Let's do something. I'm sorry, guys, but I've been looking for Force 5 all my life. I need to figure out. I need to figure this out. How many episodes, Martin? What condition are they? Videotapes? I will transfer them somehow. I will do. I have been looking for Force 5 all my life. I need to get these tapes back, Martin. Oh my God. You're killing me, Martin. All right, fine. Done deal. Martin, let's you and I get together sometime. We gotta figure this out. I've got to. I must figure this out. Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. I had a moment there. Okay. I'm trying to get my composure back here. Give me a minute. Okay. You found your Force 5 archives. Guy King, Star Avengers, Space Cateers, Grandizer. Oh, and a movie DVD. Okay, Martin. Oh my God. Okay. I am so sorry, everybody. Martin, somehow PM me. Let's talk. Okay. Oh my God, Martin. You have no idea what you just did to me. Okay. Sorry. I apologize. I did not mean to go off like that. All right, guys. Let's just. Steve, how do I breathe again? How do I? Hold on. Let me just. I gotta get centered here. Oh God, Jesus Christ, it's hot. Okay, Martin, let me talk to me. So PM me. You know what to do. Let's figure this out. Let's figure it out. Okay. Ooh, okay. Anastasia, give us a hint on what your next video review is all about. Okay, thank you, Anastasia. My next video review is going to be on G.I. Joe. I am continuing my continuing cartoon series retrospective. After G.I. Joe will probably be either Thundercats. Probably after that, I will probably end up visiting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Then maybe Brave Star. Maybe Tiger Sharks. Just a whole bunch of like the golden age of the '80s is like where my wheelhouse. But I do plan on finishing my Robotech retrospective as well. So eventually I'm going to finish Mospeda. Eventually I'm going to finish Southern Cross. I got those mixed up, by the way. So yeah, really looking forward to doing that. Thanks again to everybody who showed up and hung out with me on my Robotech live stream. Premiere live stream. Sorry, live stream. Premiere, where I could chat with you guys. That was so much fun. Everybody who was there. I think Red Dizer 12 was there. I think a whole bunch of people were there. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. That was really great. What else we got here? Stephen Harris, Levius, which is a Netflix steampunk cybernetic boxing anime, which has great character development. That'll be, I'm gonna check that out. A lot of people have been telling me about it. It looks great. I think I'm gonna have to take a look at it. Jay, on the Facebook page, the Vault of Sci-Fi Retro 2.0. Jay, okay, they have posted pics of Patlabar. Before that, I seen some clips from the anime on Lords of Acid Song. Uh, yeah, that's great. I'm gonna have to take a look at those. That's awesome. Um, yeah, as far as Patlabar, I mean, again, one of my favorite series, Akimi Takada. Yes, I was right. Akimi Takada is a great great inspiration to me and a lot of different anime fans. You know, so much great stuff. The whole series. That's a spread. You know, there's there's Noah and what's her name again? I can't. Shoot. I really gotta get some more. There's Noah again. A few candid shots. This art book is so great. I got this years ago when I was a kid. There's Alphonse. Actually, no, that's not Alphonse. No, that's from the movie. That was the other Patlabar, the heavy tech. This is Alphonse. There is Alphonse. There you go. The girl obsessed with giant robots. This is a great series. If anybody's interested in a fun anime, one thing I really do love about Akemi Takada is you don't get to see these candid shots of Noah or the team, but she always managed to draw some great candid shots of them off duty. Because normally you'd see them like this, right? You'd always see shots of Noah and the chief, and the other technical the guys who were competing for the new Patlabars, right? The labors. And of course, this was that great scene from the Patlabar movie, where she's just shooting the top, trying to rescue. What was her name? Sakura? I can't remember anymore. I'm gonna have to, really gonna have to look at it again. I love the oversized guns in Patlabar. I always thought that Alphonse was. I love the mecha designs in Patlabar. I thought they were great. Yeah, great stuff. See, these are always my favorite shots here. A lot of the candid shots, they look like Yurda Yatsura shots. You get to see a lot more. Akemi Takada is an amazing character designer. She really does know how to. Look at this one. This one's really cute. That's really cute. Just great stuff. I definitely will be doing a Patlabar review. Okay, so Martin, the Force 5 archives are all DVDs. Unfortunately, I didn't have the Vanguard Ace series, just a movie. I also have Guy King and Starvin. Oh God, Martin, I'm going to lose my mind here. So you and I are going to talk afterwards, okay? Please, because I gotta just try and try to keep this composed. I'm sorry. Literally, I just lost my mind. Yes, Stephen, breathe. Life is commons. Yes. Okay, I need a waterfall or something. King Cobra, have you seen WWE? Okay, WWE will always be WWF for me because I grew up in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, and I was there when the Iron Sheik lost his title to Hulk Hogan. I was there when the when the Ultimate Warrior first showed up. I was there when Sergeant Slaughter first appeared and did a crossover with G.I. Joe. I was there when Macho Man Randy Savage had a rivalry with Hulk Hogan, which ended with the renewal of their friendship and the marriage of him and Elizabeth together. I was there when all of that happened. So I love WWF and the WWE by default. I am a big fan. But I'm into the very classic wrestlers. So Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, George the Animal Steel, the Fabulous Freebirds. Who else? Animal and Hawk, Legion of Doom, um, the Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair. Oh God, there's so many great stars. Uh, uh, Brutus Beefcake. What's it called, Ravaging Rick Rude. That was the era in which I grew up in terms of wrestling. So Yokozuna, all those great characters, great stuff. And it really saddens me to hear the stories that are happening to these WWE, professional wrestlers, how they've been treated over the years, the fact that half of them are crippled or in living in destitution. Jake the Snake Roberts. I really was sad to hear about his situation. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I appreciate Diamond Dallas Page. I think the wrestler who was Diamond Dallas Page. I think he does physical therapy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and he's been trying to help his fellow wrestlers regain their lives. It's stories like that which really which really resonate with me, and yeah, I want to see them do better by that. So the fact that Vince McMahon is rolling in billions of dollars and can't even lift up a finger to help some of the wrestlers that helped him to build his empire, I find it sad and a little bit disingenuous, like very disingenuous. So I feel that they deserve a kickback. They deserve to be recognized and respected and honored in the way that they have, in the way that they have not been, right? So, yeah. In terms of WWE, though, I mean, some of the characters like what's it called, the Masters of the WWE Universe, which is coming out. That's interesting. I think Pixel Dan did a review on them. I'm not sure if I'd be a collector of that. I love the 5.5-inch figures. I think they're very interesting. I might pick up one or two because they do harken to they harken to a He-Man aesthetic, right? So they're these little they're like what's it called, wrestling figures, but they're more in this staunch kind of look, right? But they have movable joints now, and it harkens back to the LJN wrestling superstars, right? And so that's always fun for me. So I wouldn't mind getting into that toy line. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick one up. Because I've seen a few of them at the Walmart. So I would be interested to see them. Sure, why not? Jay, Shock Jay on Sunday clip. Good times. I'm sorry, guys. Martin just threw a curveball at me, and I lost my composure. I was seriously flabbergasted. I've been looking for Force 5 all my life. I mean, come on, seriously. This cartoon is something that not everybody even knows what it is. You know what I mean? So for me, this is something which means the world to me, right? And knowing and being able to talk with guys and gals like you who remember or at least appreciate this type of aesthetic and these types of old school, retro cartoons that I love. That means the world to me. And the fact that you guys even listen to anything I say, heck, that just shocks me to high heaven. So yeah, the moment that Martin sort of mentioned that he has, any of these cartoons in any format, any sort of, whether it's DVD or I would have taken VHS. The fact that Martin sort of like threw a curveball at me and said that he's got them, I lost my composure. I just lost myself. I lost myself in that moment, and I apologize to everybody for for allowing that to happen. But yeah, it was one of those things. I literally lost myself. GI Joe needs snipers. They could not hit anyone. You know what? Nobody could hit anybody. You'd see a lot of laser fire, and every episode. Do we have any casualties? Thankfully, no, sir. You know what though? It's a kids show, right? Come on, we have to have some sort of PG rating, right? Martin, A lot of these series are in my archive. Oh, Martin. Okay. We're gonna move on. Thank you, Martin. We'll talk soon. Grand Desert 12, Robotech, 10-hour review. I love this so much info. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there, Grand Desert. It was so much fun. You're welcome. Love the Robotech review. It was so underrated in my opinion. Thank you so much. It still resonates today. It's not actually as underrated as you might think. There are so many fans. Grand Desert 12. We need the girls opposed to guys who love anime. You know what? Anastasia, she loves anime. She's she's been a huge part of the anime scene. She loves. What's your favorite anime, Anastasia? Bleach, right? Bleach is one of your favorites. You know, girls love anime. There's so many girls at anime conventions, but it's the ones that we are. You know, I love Fruit Basket. I think Fruit Basket is one of my all-time favorite animes, and it was in the early 2000s. Great anime. I know they remade it. I still haven't watched it. I know everyone's gonna throw something at me, but I have to watch that series. I really do. Um, Ivan Putski, Polish Power. Okay, Ivan Putski, Polish Power. Sorry, Steve. I think I know what you're talking about, but elaborate. Please elaborate, because so many things are running through my head right now. Jay, what is in your opinion 90s anime of Technoman? It seemed a lot like Grandizer, minus the large Grandizer robot. Well, let me tell you, Grandizer 12, Technoman is based off of Tekkaman, which is a Tatsunoko Productions series. And there have actually been several different animes which have spawned out of that. One of my absolute favorites, which you should definitely watch if you get a chance, is called Detonator Orgon. That is an homage to Tekkaman like you've never seen before. It literally is a super hyped up version of Tekkaman the Space Knight. I suggest everybody watch Detonator Orgon. It's an incredible anime, and you will not regret watching it. So good. Um, but in terms of Technoman, yes, it's definitely it's definitely like a fish out of water story. Obviously, someone trying to protect a new world, a new planet, which they've adopted, if you will, from an invading force from a planet where he came from. Yeah, of course, it's going to feel like Grandizer. Grandizer had very much the same themes, and I think that they share much the same plot, which is great. I loved it. I really did. Anastasia, this year everyone misses going to conventions. What is for you going to conventions, and what's your favorite moments for the past cons that you visited? Holy cow! A lot of people who know me know that I used to go to conventions nonstop. I've been involved in organizing conventions. I've been involved in I've attended conventions, but I usually help to organize more. It's just one of those things I like doing. But to the conventions where I just attended, yeah, San Diego Comic Con has always been one of those things. Recently, which I've gone on an annual basis. I couldn't go this year, unfortunately, but it was for obvious reasons. But last year was a blast. I got to go with my brother Dex and my friend Jordan and my other friend David, and we had a blast. The lineups, it is lineup con as always, but as some of you might have seen, I picked up some great stuff there, some exclusives. Got in line for Lego for 6 hours. Well, that's an exaggeration. It was more like 2.5 hours, but again, great stuff. The weather was beautiful. I love the city of San Diego. Wonderful place to visit. The exhibits there were top notch. Visiting the anime section again, getting some T-shirts, just having a grand old time. And especially, I was blessed this time last year to be able to be there with my brother and some good friends. So, for me, there's nothing better than that. So, one thing about conventions is you really have to want to go to conventions. It can be sensory overload nine times out of 10. And if you're not there with people who enjoy what you enjoy, it's not something you're going to have fun with. So be sure it's something that you want to do, and you'll have fun. Martin, the other series in my archive includes a lot of 80s animated series such as Bionic 6. Martin, stop. Dungeons and Dragons and Qbert. Okay, Martin, you have to stop because I'm gonna lose control again. All right, let's take this offline. PM me, okay? Martin, if the conventions were going as normal, I would have been searching for uh, Proplica dual disc. Most I most enjoy looking for items of my company for toy raffles or Anime North's charity auction. Martin, you're a saint, honestly. Like you've always been, generous, and thank you so much again for your wealth of knowledge and everything that you bring to the community. People like you are not appreciated as much as they should, and thank you again for everything you bring to the scene. Anna R, will you ever review Bleach anime or live action? Oh well, Anna. Yes, I eventually will get there. As you know, this channel is very much a retro channel, and my anime reviews do reflect that. Um, I'm not trying to. Again, I'm not trying to push for anything, but I do have a Patreon that I created a year ago or something like that. And if anybody wants to help the channel and donate what they can, I would be more than happy to do a review on Bleach or anything. But right now, my focus is mainly retro, and I really want to. I do talk about that a lot, and I appreciate everybody here just sharing their memories with me. I think that that's the most important part about this journey that I'm taking. But yeah, no one feel obligated to do anything, right? But if anybody wants to has a suggestion or really wants me to do a review, please just hit me up on Patreon just to say hi. I'm not even looking for donations or support, but just drop me a suggestion. I don't mind. We'll see where it goes. Martin, I used to build Force 5 for Martin. Stop, please. Yeah, I used to build them out of paper. I used to draw them, cut them out, assemble them. I'm a huge fan of Force 5. Martin. You have no idea. We're gonna connect. PM me. We'll figure this out. Okay, Martin. Thank you so much. Steven. Oh, Ivan Putski. Yes, now I know what you're talking about. Yes, he was a WWF wrestler. Yes, but I think that was mid transition for me. I think I was getting out of cartoons and into more. Sorry, my allergies again. More of a live action scene, and I think that I might have, as a wrestler, I don't think I appreciated him as much. But yes, Ivan Putski. He was wasn't he the partner of the Iron Sheik for a while? I think I know who you're talking. Yes, I think I know who you're talking about. He had CCP written on it. I know who you're talking about. Okay, Martin. OmniTV aired Tekkaman the Space Knight back in the 80s during the time of Force 5, Star Blazers, and Voltron. They did indeed, Martin, and I did a review on that. Fun plug there. Thanks, Martin, for bringing that up. So if anybody wants to look at Tekkaman the Space Knight, please check out my review. I think you'll enjoy it. Anastasia. My first anime series I watched was Sailor Moon when I was a kid, but then I started watching anime when I was 25. It was Samurai Champloo, Chobits, Cowboy Bebop, and of course my favorite, Bleach. As you can see, Grand Theft Auto 12, women, girls, ladies love anime. You just have to figure out which one. Jay, Martin is not going to let you go with Force 5. Apparently not. He wants to see me freak out again, which I just might. I'm going to lose my mind when Jay loses control. King Cobra. Hi, King Cobra. Always great to see you. Grand Theft 12. This would not fit in retro, but I hope you can talk about space Spider Riders in 2000s. I read the version. I read the version released in Canada. Was a few more episodes than the USA version. Okay, so I'm going to conclude here. I've never watched Spider Riders. I've heard a lot of great things about it. So many people were really excited about it at the time. I will have to take a look. There are a bunch of anime series that got on television that I just missed. I've always wanted to watch what's it called, Shogun Warriors. No. Sorry, was it Shogun Warriors? No, Samurai. Samurai Troopers. I've always wanted to watch Samurai Troopers, but it was around the same time that Sailor Moon came out, and I just decided to watch Sailor Moon. So it was one of those things. Uh, I definitely do want to watch Spider Riders. I've heard great things about it. So yeah, forgive me, Grandizer. That's one I can't um, comment on right now. I love the intro song of Spider Riders. I am definitely gonna have to take a look. It's definitely gonna be on my to do list. Which allergy medication are you using, Martin? I use Eris when I can get it. Reactin is the other one, and it works pretty well. Now, for most allergy sufferers, you probably realize that you will die the first month of summer, and you got to pop those pills like crazy. But around the second month, the middle of the second month, almost the third month, it'll subside enough that you don't have to take as much or none at all, and then it will hit you like a freight train just before the autumn, because all the pollinates have reshot into the air so that they can repollinate all the trees and stuff like that. And yeah, so right at the beginning, you're gonna get hit hard. You're gonna basically survive throughout the rest of the summer, and then right at the end, you're gonna get slammed with another set of allergy attacks. So I just happened to be indoors, and I was outside for a little while, and I think that because I've been mostly trapped here, it really hit me kind of hard today. It's the heat outside is intense, and I think that people were mowing the lawns, so it's been one of those things. King Cobra, Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Oh my god, I love Star Wars. Um, for those of you who didn't, who might have seen my San Diego trip last year, uh, or can watch it again, I I was able to snag my friend David was able to help me snag the Skywalker Jedi Destiny set. So basically, it's all the different costumes that Luke wore throughout the run of the movies, um, except for his Tatooine outfit, which is always on sale. And then I was fortunate enough to be able, through David, snag the San Diego Comic Con Boba Fett, which I believe the Return of the Jedi one was just released a few weeks ago. So this is the Star Wars Boba Fett, which of course never existed, other than if you actually take into canon the newly inserted edition where Boba Fett makes a cameo appearance when Han Solo is cornered by Jabba the Hutt in the hangar on Tatooine. So technically, Boba Fett shows up in A New Hope, but it's all in which movie you decide to believe, because there have been so many different editions, so many different cuts to the movies released that we could literally speak here and just discuss that rabbit hole for days on end. I think we could do that for weeks. So yes, I love Star Wars. Uh, he was the Polish Hammer. I think Ivan was never a villain. Okay, I might be thinking of a different Ivan, because the one I remember was from the USSR. Ivan, and he was the partner of the Iron Sheik. So yeah, I might be getting them mixed up, Steve. Grandizer a 12. Shogun Warriors. Love that comic. Combatra, Dangard Ace, and Raideen. That was the comic book. Yes, that was those were the Shogun Warriors. They released, I think it was a 12-inch, or was it 14? Maybe 14-inch figures. Freaking giants, man. As toys. I remember as a kid, I always wanted some. My cousins had them. Martin uses the allergy med question, and then he will come back with another Force 5 bomb. you know, it wouldn't surprise me, honestly. So, guys, yeah, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I think we'll wrap this up at 4:10. So if anybody else wants to send me some quick questions, we'll wrap it up around that time. But really, I did want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me. I know we got a bit of a rocky start because I didn't post the link on time, and for whatever reason on YouTube, the link was set to private. So my apologies for that. But everybody, thank you for joining me today, and we'll go on until about 4:10, and then I'm going to wrap it up for today. Martin. Okay, Steven. The Marvel Comics Shogun Warriors had a good plot. That's good because it's hard to take those three properties, Combatra, Dagardase, and Raideen, and then combine them into like one coherent storyline. But then that's what Robotech was, right? So I guess it can be done. Grand Desert 12. What is your favorite Star Wars action figure, and what is your worst? Honestly, I had when I was growing up this little playset which had die-cast Star Wars figures, and it was one of my all-time favorite playsets because it was like a miniature thing. They were the characters were literally only about this high. It's really I don't know how to describe it. I think they were called like mini action figures, something like that. But they were literally just die-cast. They were like chess pieces. They were literally die-cast. I had two Darth Vaders. One of them had Darth Vader with a lightsaber pose. Then the other one was Luke with his blaster out like this. Sorry, out like this. And there was Leia with her grappling, which you could use to swing across the pit. There was also the crushing scene, and those were my absolute all-time favorite Star Wars figures, if you will. These little die-cast miniatures that I had as a kid. They're gone now. I really wish I'd kept them. They were some of my all-time favorites. I remember them fondly. The playset itself, oh man, I really love that thing. It had a working elevator. It had the crushing action of the trash compactor. It had the swinging mini bridge, and the place where Obi-Wan Kenobi had to actually deactivate the force field. It was such a great set. That was my all-time favorite set. My least favorite, honestly, I don't think Yak Face. I don't know. Yak Face comes to mind. I don't know. Basically, I just found it really amazing that there was a figure for every single character in the movie for background characters. I always felt that was just insane. I always felt that was crazy. So yeah, very very interesting sets. But honestly, you know what I think actually is going to be one of my most I guess disappointing sets, if anything. It's going to be that Carbonite set that's about to be released. I think that thing is just a travesty. You can quote me on that, by the way. I think that if you're paying that much money for a skeleton outline of what's supposed to be a movie set, you're crazy. And I know that there are people who have to have these things. I know that they have to have the every single Star Wars thing ever. But I gotta tell you, you are wasting your money, guys. That is crazy. I think it's $50 for one half of the set, and if you want the complete set, you have to buy the other half, which is another $50. What are the people at Hasbro thinking? Seriously, stop ripping people off. That is terrible. That I think is I'm going to leave that there. That's just a can of worms I don't really want to deal with. Steven, thank you, Steve. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming. Your support, everybody's support here on the live chat means the world to me. I did not think I would have 100 subscribers. Everybody here means the world to me. Thank you so much for following my journey. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Where are we here? Who's your favorite WWF and WWE wrestler? Oh, come on. King Cobra, that's unfair, man. But, sorry, man, woman, everything. That's unfair. But if I had to say something, truthfully, I think, much like everybody else, I think Hulk Hogan will always be my number one all-time favorite. But I think that Andre the Giant will definitely be a close second, I think. His demeanor outside of the ring was incredible. The man was just a gentle giant all the way around. I loved him in The Princess Bride. he's he seemed like a really great guy. I really do wish he's was still with us. The guy was incredible. You know what I mean? Like seriously, awesome individual. I hated the fact that he became a heel for a while. I thought that was terrible, but it was one of the biggest things at WrestleMania. What was it, 20 or 25, something like that? It was crazy. It was here in Toronto too. It was nuts. Um, Martin, with the cancellation conventions, do you feel less stressful in finding the convention exclusives? Honestly, I'll be honest with you, Martin. I am not really into convention exclusive. That's really not my thing. When I'm at San Diego Comic Con and there's something there which catches my eye, yes, I will definitely go hunt for it, 100%. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter set exclusive, which I picked up, that was amazing, and that's because I love turtles. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you know what? I probably would not have lined up for it if it wasn't something that I wanted. I was trying desperately to get the Masters of the Universe Origins, He-Man, and Prince Adam exclusive last year. I could not do every single time I got into that line. It was too late. They would always sell out. It was crazy, and those are lines that I really appreciate and would really love to get. So those are the ones that thing. Luckily, Unicron is one of those things which you don't have to line up for, and you just had to put in your support, pledge your support, and hopefully it'll arrive at your doorstep. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to doing a Unicron review with the KO, and the Hazard Repulse one is looking really amazing. So yeah, really looking forward to those things to show up. King Cobra, can you do a stream tomorrow? Uh, I would love to, King Cobra. You know what? Thank you so much for the suggestion. This is great. I love hanging out with you guys. Um, I do have to work. Everything's getting back, sort of getting back to normal now. But I'm still working from home. But please follow me on social media. You know, tweet at me, my Instagram, Facebook page. Guys, you can reach me anyway. Geek-proud.com. You know, Instagram. Find me. I love answering questions. I love communicating with you guys. I love interacting with you guys. Please, I'm always here. I always love to make sure and meet with you guys and have a great time. If any of you guys have questions, please reach out to me. I'm always here, guys, and I really appreciate that everyone's doing safe and keeping well, and doing relatively well in these difficult times. With your GI Joe review, be a two-parter. The debut the second year where the Serpentor would introduce the seasons. So Grid Dancer 12, as you know, my reviews are interesting. With Robotech, I plan on doing a 3-set review. G.I. Joe and Transformers, I mean, they deserve multiple multiple reviews, right? I mean, like, they have the Duke saga, the Duke era. Then they have the the Hawk era, and arguably the Sergeant Slaughter era. Serpentor, if you want, Corporal Commander, if you want, and then if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, you go over GI Joe Extreme, GI Joe, all the other years. But I tend to stick to the classics. So yeah, I think that maybe that's a good idea, because I would love to really cover, Cobra Law and all those different factions and things like that. So, but definitely for the first one, it's definitely more along the lines of the first season. And the television specials miniseries that came out first, and then move on from there. King Cobra, Micro Machines, yes, Micro Machines. Who was it? Who was that guy? He talked so fast. He was like the fastest talker in the world at the time. Yeah, he was great. I loved his stuff. I love the Micro Machines. I couldn't talk as fast as that guy, but yeah, that would be a fun video to make. Grand Desert 12. Yeah, I know that you're talking about Star Wars diecast. I had those. Wasn't it a great set? I think they had like 2 or 3 different sets. One was the Death Star set, which I had. I think another one was possibly the Ewok set. I think, if I'm not remembering that correctly. But yeah, great stuff. Love those diecast mini figure sets. Yes, what King Cobra said, live stream tomorrow. I would love to, guys. I really would. If everyone likes this format, maybe I can do one every weekend. I don't know. Please let me know. The best way to let me know is to like, subscribe, and share these videos. I think the more people who subscribe and you know help to get the channel recognized and get more subscribers, I think that would really help us along. I would love to do more live streams. I think you guys mean the world to me. Obviously, I would love to continue talking with you guys. I really want to set up something where maybe I could have one or two of you guys actually asking questions live. I think that would be really exciting. So yeah, if you like this format, guys, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about that. But it wouldn't be an everyday thing. It would definitely be like on the weekends or something like that. So would love to do something on that line. All right, we're gonna wrap this up soon. I'm just gonna finish off these last few questions, guys. Um, I think that those diecasts were the mini sets per per sets. Hoth had one. Okay, cool. I would have loved to have the Hoth set. I think that's great. Do you remember the joke with Star Wars title The Force on a car on? Do you remember the joke with Star Wars title The Force on a cardboard? Yes, the of course everyone does. If you grew up obviously in the '70s, um, I wasn't around for that to see it, but yeah, for Christmas you would get a cardboard cutout saying that your figures would come in the mail uh, one at a time for the next few months, and yeah, that was ridiculous. But it made Kenner a shit ton pardon my it made Kenner a ton of money. Just they literally built an empire off of that. Like they were pumping out figures left, right, and center. It was ridiculous, crazy stuff. So yeah, that joke is long running, and you know what? It could still work today, especially today. People are doing pre-orders like crazy, buying toys that don't even exist. It is nuts. So today, I think getting a piece of paper, piece of cardboard, would actually placate so many people in terms of waiting for their stuff. I think it would be great. Well, it wouldn't be great, but I think it would exist. Um, the fastest talker in the world for Micro Machines was the voice of Blur in Transformers movie. Yes, this is correct. Yes he was. He was great, and he really was something. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been a blast. Along with some technical difficulties, we finally managed to get this stream up. You guys have been amazing. I'm glad to hear that everybody out there is doing safe, keeping well, and that you guys are coping like I am with this crazy situation. So I want to do this again. I want to do this, as many times as we can, I guess. And if you guys want more of this format, where we just sit and chat and have fun for an afternoon, I think that would be great. Please let me know by email, by tweet, by through Instagram, Facebook, on my website. Get in touch with you guys. I would love to do this more often. You guys mean the world to me. This has been so amazing to reconnect with everybody. I really do hope that everyone keeps safe, stay in touch with loved ones as much as you can, and really take care of each other as much as possible. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I hope to see you soon. Geek proud.